Boom, baby. We're alive. Welcome to the whatever podcast, companion broadcast, episode 3, featuring me, MLD, when I give you guys my commentary live on the whatever podcast hosted by Brian Atlas, who you got to say, man, this guy, he set out to make this big business plan and took this podcast to the tippity top pretty quick, man. Big respect to Brian. He's a very smart guy, clearly making it happen. That being said, don't forget, real quick, before we tune into the broadcast, okay? Inner Game Healing is still up and ready to roll for enrollment. So if you guys want to be part of that, go to innergamehealing.com. Sign up right now. Tomorrow, midnight, it is game over. Tomorrow, Monday night, midnight. It's no longer allowed to get in. So you're not going to want to miss out on that. Click here to sign up. And everything that you get is mentioned in this little snippet right here. This is the special edition right here. Don't forget, we got so much value in here. And this is a thing that's going to help you with building confidence, building your self-esteem, and helping you become the best version of yourself. I'm telling you, this is the most important thing you could possibly do to max yourself out in all areas of life, money, muscles, game, and frame. Okay. Take a look real quick. It's the cheapest, best investment you can make in yourself right now. 15 virtual workshops on Zoom that focus on inner game topics over 2023. Access to experts in inner game to help get you the help you need. A video guide and show you how to practice good mental health habits on a daily basis to help you with today's modern times. And a Telegram chat with over 250 members supporting you in your inner game issues. Go to innergamehealing.com to sign up right now, because once you are not able to get in, the price is going to go up and you won't be able to get in until later this year. And here is the full schedule of events that we have so far. These are just 5 of 15 events. These will all be recorded. And then this is what we're going to be talking about. Day 1, Justin Marks going to be talking about letting go to move forward, talk about how he overcome being canceled on Mexico scandal and all that stuff. I'll be popping in there. Day 2, MLD, that's me, open panel Q&A and inner game, help you out with all your self-esteem things, anxiety things, depression, whatever the case may be. This is a place to come in, talk about it, and get you on a game plan to help you get unstuck, which ties in directly into day 3, which is inner masculine. Talk about how to get unstuck in life. Day 4, Apex Mindset is going to talk about military secrets on controlling your emotions. And then day 5, Wraith is going to be talking about solution-based struggling. This is all about frame and so much more. But if you're going to miss out on all of this, if you don't go to innergamehealing.com right now and sign up. That being said, let's take a look and see what motley crew of characters we have on the whatever podcast today. I'm going to go ahead and put the link in the chat as well for you to sign up for the Inner Game Healing. And then when you sign up during today's episode, I will shout you out. I'll use your first name, keep you nice and anonymous. Okay. But I'll put it on the chat right now. You'll see, and I'll put it on the screen. And there it is right there. So go ahead, click here, sign up for Inner Game Healing. And let's see what's going on today. You guys got me for about an hour and change. Then I got to go to my personal training fitness lesson. So let's go here and see what's going on.
Is ready to die to defend his homies.
That's a goddamn bro right there.
He's a bro.
Yeah.
That's a guy
He's a
you don't
major
sign a
bro.
prenup with.
Wow.
So
That's
Elizabeth,
No
he will definitely he's capable of protecting you from bears.
Okay.
I can vouch for that. Are you down to date Victor and have his babies and marry him?
The guy that
And
will
not sign a
take a
prenup. I don't know how
bullet for
like
you.
not sign a prenup with him though. Are you
Not
down?
have babies and marry, but like I'm down for a date, I guess. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I'm down for
I
that.
got okay, cool.
But not like
Sweet.
have babies and marry for now.
For sure. Okay, so bringing it back to you, how many of your friends were hooking up with multiple? What's the most amount of guys that one of your friends hooked up with in the night? 3, 4, more?
Give me like 2 seconds.
Yeah.
4.
One of your
Probably
girlfriends.
4.
one of your girlfriends hooked up with 4 guys in one night.
Yeah, it's like, it's insane. Like, go from one, and then I'm like, hey, like, let's leave. They're like, hold on, and they start making out with another person, and then they just go into the bathroom, go into the room, do it on the couch, like anything.
So you believe they actually had sex with multiple guys? Maybe they were just doing drugs.
No,
No.
I walk in every time.
Oh shit.
Did
Is
they
that like
get
a thing you like
tested?
to do?
No.
Yeah. Why are you walking in on them? Like,
Did they get tested? That's
No, that's what I think like is ridiculous, is the not getting tested.
Does she use a condom?
No,
Of course not.
Oh
No.
shit. Wow.
I don't even think
that's
she was on birth
crazy.
control.
Oh
She just
my
got
God.
lucky every single time.
That's a
That's
yikes. That is a yikes.
Yikes.
But it's not just one of your friends that's doing this. It's multiple of your friends.
Multiple.
If they see this, are they going to be upset with you? I mean, I know you're not naming them, but
I can hear my phone buzzing already.
Wait, if you were single, okay, first and foremost, like who you surround yourself with, the 5 closest people to you is like where you're moving in your future. So
Absolutely.
with love and kindness, because you seem like such a great girl. What the fuck?
I know. I've moved on. I have.
I moved
know, like
on.
I've moved on from that because it's just not something it doesn't
Mhm.
match up with my
Align,
beliefs.
yeah.
Like I said, like I'm Christian. I'm not
That's great.
hardcore by the book. Also,
Mhm.
like
But you love
Elizabeth
God.
said,
That's
yeah,
not-
but I love
yeah.
God, and I'm just not gonna stay around that. So now, like my core, my like 5 core, one of my friends waited until she was also after 18, and so that's what I did too. I waited till I was after 18
Yeah.
because can't really give consent, be low 18.
so do any of you guys have similar stories to this? Have you witnessed any of your friends just like putting up numbers at like a party, just like guy jumping from dude to dude to dude?
I wouldn't say that crazy.
No, I
Not 4 dudes, like maybe 2 dudes in the night?
no, just
No.
literally like
You've
I
heard-
have.
a
Come on.
hookup with one guy. You know
Yeah,
what I
one
mean?
guy.
When you go up or not.
So I want to add some context to this too, right? So because I know a lot of guys like would probably be like, "Oh my god, this is terrible," right? Typically, when you have girls that are doing this kind of like hyper degenerate kind of stuff, like this is typically an indicator of some kind of broken inner game.
Shut up and take
with
my money.
the girls, and it is something that is not normal. Okay, this is not the norms. When you watch this kind of stuff and you don't have a lot of experience with women, don't think that this is the norm. Like normal girls are like this. This girl is clearly not a normal individual. So I don't want you guys to get a broken, jaded perspective on women because you just see crazy stuff like this. And another thing, this girl could be lying. She could be lying. Who knows? This girl could be lying. Keep that in mind. Shout out to Jirusama. Thank you so much. 1999 super chat. Just throwing money at me. Appreciate you, my G. That is awesome of you, bro. Appreciate you so much. That is super cool. But yeah, keep that in mind, boys. Perspective.
What
Besides
happened?
that, like if we see one of our friends being super drunk and
Moving on to the
doing
next
something
guy,
that
we'd
they
be
might
like, yo.
regret, we might be like, let's go. Yeah.
Right.
Um definitely, yeah. But none of my friends have actually hooked up with multiple people on the same night.
Okay.
I feel like I would talk to my friends if they were
I
doing
agree.
that.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Mhm.
Especially because like
also like if they're drunk, like, are you sure like this is what you want to do?
Mhm.
Like,
yeah.
I don't know.
Like, are you
Yeah.
actually
I don't
consenting
let-
to it? Yeah.
I'm not like I'm trying to control people, but like,
Exactly.
create a safe
Just the
space.
Safety. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the friend of yours who did 4 guys in the night, would you say that if you had to like rate her on a scale of 1 to 10,
Mid.
or I mean, you could do binary. You could just say if she was attractive, not
Mid. I guarantee
attractive,
she's
or
mid.
That's crazy. I was actually talking with my friends last night. We were hanging out in the hot tub, and we were talking about rating people. We rated her actually.
Mm.
She's, I mean, from 5 being average,
Mm-hmm.
she's like a 7 and 8. Like
Okay.
she's not just average.
Is it-
So,
all right.
But I
she's
feel
up
like
there.
Okay.
But I feel like during
Mhm.
that situation, the rating doesn't really matter because everyone is like drunk and horny.
Absolutely, that's what
And
I
so
think.
you know what I mean. So it doesn't matter if she was 7 or 10. What matters is like there were like multiple drunk people and they just wanted to hook up. It's
Yeah.
more like that.
Yeah.
Because I've seen people go down, like kind of like lower their standards when they're drunk.
She
Mm.
did.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
She did.
Well, I think the difference is though, like a girl who's average or even below average in terms of her physical appearance could pretty easily sleep with a couple dudes a night
I
if
agree with
she
you.
wanted to.
Any girl
Yeah.
could probably
I-
sleep
Oh,
with anyone.
I
There's
agree.
never a girl
I
that's
agree.
going to
It's not
die a
hard.
Yeah.
virgin by
Yeah.
choice. I mean, other
Based.
than by choice.
It's not hard to
Yeah.
find sex. It's not.
As a girl.
I
a
felt
girl.
I
no,
felt like
even
As a girl.
as men, there's so many people in the world.
If you
I
go out on the
disagree, no.
street, though,
I think
and
it's easier for
ask-
girls
Yeah,
to get
absolutely.
laid.
It is
compared to
easier,
guys.
but I'm
Yeah.
saying like
I lost my virginity when I was 20 because I felt like if I didn't have sex then, I would never have sex. And I literally I had a boyfriend and we were
Yeah.
like together for like 3 months and we never like did anything. And I like basically was like, all right, we're doing this because like I just can't go through life
Shit.
without going past this like wall.
By the way, we're twins. I lost my virginity at 22. Let's go.
So did I.
Yeah. Ooh,
oh
damn.
damn.
Let's go.
I think the difference is though is that for I'd say almost any woman, if she was so inclined, well, for starters, could certainly get laid pretty much any night she wants.
Mhm.
But
Correct.
I'd say to bring it forward, even almost any girl could probably sleep with 2, 3, 4 guys in a night.
Yeah.
Whereas for a guy to be able to do that, you gotta be I'd say pretty good looking or have some like
Mhm.
pretty serious
W-race.
game.
Yeah.
I don't think any boy can sleep with any girl. I think some men will totally die virgins
Mm-hmm.
because,
Yeah.
like, if you walk, there's so much more. Like, if you were a girl, you walked up to a guy on the street. I think you guys did that video one time, and you're
Yeah,
like, "Do you want to come have sex with me?"
They will look.
They would probably be like, "Okay, right
Mhm,
now, or,
mhm.
okay, let's go."
We've
And then a
done
boy
that.
did that, they'd be like,
get away
"Pervert,"
from
like,
me.
yeah.
You freak. Yeah, totally.
exactly.
I feel like when it comes to girls can get easily laid, but I think it's harder for girls to find a guy who is willing to have a relationship with her.
Mhm.
I feel like for guys, it's more they have a harder time getting laid, but they have an easier time once they find a girl to get into a
Erroneous.
relationship.
Erroneous.
Disavow. I disagree. I mean,
Oh,
I think
okay.
I think they both kind of, especially today, I think one follows the other. If you have difficulty getting laid, you're going to have difficulty getting a relationship.
Thank you, Brandon Hunter.
If you have a
I think women have the advantage in both realms.
Brandon Hunter, $4.99 super chat. MLD, my man. Thank you so much, bro.
Trouble when it comes to getting a relationship. It's getting a relationship from the guy you want.
Yeah.
Well,
That's very
besides that,
true.
I also feel like a guy who's getting laid is also a guy who's not really ready to settle down and have a relationship because he's like, oh, I'm getting laid, so I can probably get laid multiple times. Why commit?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Wrong.
You know what I mean? Yeah. But I feel like for a guy though, let's just say you found a girl who is able you able to get laid with her, right? And you're able to talk. I feel like a lot more girls are actually willing to commit and have a relationship compared to guys.
Mhm.
So I feel like if a guy is ready and he finds a girl who's, willing to sleep with him and just pay him attention, they could potentially build a relationship.
Wait, can you repeat that first part? You think that it's easier repeat the first part of that?
I forgot.
You said like
And that's why you shouldn't take people like her seriously.
harder. Fuck,
Okay, no,
it slipped my mind
I'll
too.
try to say it. So for girls, for ladies,
Yeah.
it is easier to get laid. It's easy for ladies to have sex. It is harder for them to find someone who's ready to settle down and have a relationship with.
Okay.
Okay? For a guy, if you are ready to settle down and have a relationship with, you can find a girl who's ready to sleep with you and have a relationship.
That's true. I feel like
I'm not so sure about that.
Here's why,
I'm not so
Brian.
sure
I
about
think it's a
that.
certain
There-
kind of guy.
Well, of course, because majority of the guys probably would not want to settle down if they're willing, if they're able to get laid multiple times, right? Like a guy who is able to get laid every week with a different girl is probably not going to be able, not want to like settle down and stuff like
No, that's wrong because guys who actually are just normal and just want to have a relationship and have stability in their life and eventually build a family, which is the majority of men, they're not gonna be like, well, I just fucking new girl every week. Like, doesn't really matter because when you talk about quality of sex, quality of life too, like when you're constantly hooking up with girls who are okay with casual sex, you have to understand that like that's not really normal for women to be wanting to just have like casual sex and just be discarded by a man. They really don't aspire to doing that. The women who typically are enjoying that kind of lifestyle, typically it's a symptom of something else going on inside them that's not mentally stable 100%. So guys, especially successful guys, they don't want to bring in girls into their life who have a lot of like pre-existing mental problems or bring drama or anything. The guys typically want a woman that's going to make their life easier, make their life better, bring peace to them. And typically girls involved in that kind of like hookup lifestyle and getting, quite frankly, getting pumped and dumped, there's a lot of baggage that comes with that. And the guys who are seasoned with women too, they understand that they don't want that pussy if it comes with problems after a while.
Top
Less than that.
20, top 10% of men, they could easily get a relationship, but I think a lot of them don't have the incentive because that category of men, that cohort of men, as you said, it's fairly relatively easy for them to get laid. So
when it comes to online dating, I think we have to be a little bit more careful because when you look at online dating, there's actually more men using it compared to women. So there is a very small pool of women who are actually using online dating to find partnership. And typically, those small percentage of women are willing to swipe right to a very small percentage of men.
Jesse
hold on just a sec.
$99. Would you be interested in a guy who looks in his 20s but is actually in his 40s?
I guess I don't know who this is directed to. If you all want it, yes or no answer.
Most
Sure.
definitely.
Yeah, sure.
I had
Heck
sex
yeah.
with this guy who was like 36 and he looked like he was late 20s, and I would so do it again.
I
Actually,
prefer
no.
an older guy that looks
So
younger
different.
for sure.
I know who
Yeah,
Jesse is.
for sure.
Jesse's he's famous. He's Jesse Hyman. He's the world's greatest extra. He kissed Bar Raffaele in the
Wait,
Call
Jesse?
Daddy. Jesse
Wait,
Hyman.
But what?
How do you know
Jesse
that's
Carter
not
from
Jesse?
Breaking Bad?
you can type in you can type in.
Oh, I
your
guess
own-
that's true, but
it's not via
he's been
Twitch.
talking in chat. I see him.
Oh,
No.
well, I guess confirm or deny. In any case, thank you, Jesse, for that TTS. Much appreciated, man. So you were saying,
Yeah. So those pool of women actually swipe right to 1% of men because those 1% of men are considered to be better looking, probably have more, well written down bios and etc. Because again, majority of the time when it comes to online dating, you're judging them off profile, what they look like. So that's why a very small percentage, 1% of men actually get swiped right. And majority of men actually.
Let's see what this scholar looks like. What's our Instagram? Does she have Instagram down here? Does anybody know her Instagram? Which one it is? BD Atlas, Julia. No. I'll have to do a little detective work on my own here. I'll let the sound play in the meantime.
is what dating app? But I mean, I think
Majority of them.
Well, like Tinder, I think actually women are pickier when it comes to physical appearance than men are.
Yeah, I'd agree.
Again,
so.
but again,
100%.
when you actually have only the physical attraction to base everything off of course you're gonna choose that.
Well, but I mean,
Jeez.
that kind of just reinforces that women.
This is her. Jesus. Yikes.
I was the emotionally unavailable one because I was always like looking for the next best thing or looking for something else or intrigued and trying to go find something else and da da da. So yeah,
She's the femcel.
Something besides a relationship.
because as with an immature mindset, you're constantly looking for the next best thing, whether that's of a
Yes.
superficial
true. I agree.
standpoint,
I agree.
where it's like a financial means, where
Like,
it's
can I do
clout, where
better?
it's-
I mean,
Yeah.
that's a
It's
very immature mindset.
Immature mindset.
I agree.
Seriously,
Yeah.
Instead of looking for a person that's going to fit perfectly with your life.
I agree.
and that's why I got
Exactly.
out of my 5-year relationship, is because I started looking for the next best thing, even though like I had everything, pretty much.
Yeah, and
A
so
little bit.
that is like an emotionally unavailable
Yeah.
mindset. It's in LA, everyone's out here to advance in very superficial careers, and you're constantly looking to find an opportunity to become the next best thing. So typically how you do one thing.
Render the offender
Hold on just a sec.
$99. Ladies, what are your thoughts on women who use retroactive consent?
Okay, that's a doozy. Basically, okay, what he's
Yeah,
Bro,
how would you
hello.
define it? Yeah.
I mean, basically, I think what he's getting at is a woman consents and then later she regrets it. Either the guy was a jerk or there was some social fallout from hooking up with the guy. So she's trying to. So she consented in the moment, but then she regrets it or she's vindictive because whatever the guy didn't want to keep seeing her, whatever it may be.
I mean, alcohol and other things. Could be a
Yeah, I was about to
factor.
say, as long as she's sober, if she's consenting while she's sober, then going back on that, at that point, it's
Yeah, you can rip consent away while in the action. Absolutely. If you say yes and then you don't like it and you say no, they should stop.
Yes.
But after you've already done it and then weeks, years, months go by, and then you're like, no, they did this and I didn't want it to happen. Like,
I think
I
the only,
retract my
the only
consent,
factor
then-
that changes that is age. That's it.
Yeah.
What?
Because an immature, if the brain is not fully developed and you
That's-
think
Huh?
you want it, if
Wait,
the
sorry,
what
go
do you
ahead.
mean? If the brain is not fully developed, if it's a younger, like let's say it's a young girl or something, and there's an older man trying to basically hook up with her, and she's
Disavow.
she's into it, and your brain isn't fully. What's the
Are
age?
you talking? You're talking about an adult woman, right?
No, a
So the
younger
brain
woman
typically
and an older
develops-
When you
minor.
say woman, that
It doesn't
means
matter.
adult.
It doesn't
So you're saying
matter.
18 and over. So you're saying like a 19-year-old who's dating like a 27-year-old?
It doesn't matter. I think whatever, and I don't have the exact age, but there's
It's
an age where
25.
25 where
Yeah.
So
Um,
women under 25 can't consent to sex? Is
no,
that?
I think that legally, if they're still consenting to it, legally, if they feel, let's say like years down the line, they're like, why am I feeling some sort of emotion around this interaction with this person? I hooked up with this person. Why do I feel weird about it? It feels yucky. It's because typically when you're under the age of 25, your brain isn't fully developed. Therefore, you may have felt a certain way in that moment, but as you grow older and your mindset changes and you have a mature brain, you can actually feel a different way.
Well, you can feel a different way,
But it's legally still legal. Like you can't.
okay.
You get what I'm saying? But that's the only factor that I feel would change it.
Yeah, but I mean,
So is
you're hold on.
Go ahead.
I mean, you're making it about age, but isn't it plausible that someone could hook up with someone and have been totally into it, and then maybe they date for 3 months, everything's totally chill, but then there's some gnarly breakup, and then you obviously regret having been involved with this person
So I'm
because
just
there's
going
some.
based on my own experience. So I'm very blunt and
So you
straightforward.
dated like a 70-year-old when you were
no.
21
So
or
I
what?
was I want to say 18 or 19, and I didn't have sex with the person at all.
Okay.
But I was still legal. But the person was 40s or something, and we made out and stuff like that. And
Okay.
I was completely fine. I was like, wow, this is so great. Like at the time, like he's so like da da da. And then years later, I was like, wow, why am I like crying? Why am I crying around this situation? Why does it like feel yucky and feel weird? And I'm like, And I did research and I realized that the brain is fully done developing at 25. And I'm like, why am I feeling so emotional around this? You know, when I did consent to it and I did feel okay at the time, but I do feel like I was taken advantage of. But this doesn't make sense because I was okay with it. And so then I had to look at the facts and look at science, and I'm like, maybe that's why. So that's all I'm saying.
Taken advantage of for a makeout? I don't know, bro. That's pretty weird. Funk that $20 super chat. Moving Shady Bay Area, CA to Yokohama in August, using my rentals to supplement my lifestyle over there. Can you cover expat financial issues? For example, taxes, foreign earned income, tax inheritance. Keep asking FNF for you back on. Thanks. I can't go back to the States because I understand the foreign earned income and my amount of days that I are able to spend in the United States are out for the year. But if you need help with that, you can book a one-on-one with me on my website. I've been filing taxes in the United States since I moved to Japan after I started making the above the threshold, which is, I think now it's $110,000 a year. So I've been filing taxes and using the foreign earned income exclusion credit since 2019. And so I have, let's see, 4 years, no, 5 years. Well, let's see, 2019, 2020, 2021, 4 years of tax data that I can share with you. And we can talk about that on a quick call. Go to modernlifedating.com, book the call right there, and I'll be able to sort you out easily. No problemo. Bro, she's just on God. Yeah, I mean, you ain't wrong. You ain't wrong.
There's like a
No,
casting
But it's
couch
like he
type of
he
fucking-
abused
okay.
his power in a sense, but I consented. So like I can't sit here and take it back because legally speaking, it was legal, right? But I
Yeah.
feel funky about it. So what could be the common denominator or the factor that is creating that?
I mean, I
Maybe
suppose
it's my age. Maybe my brain's not fully developed, and like so. That's just a personal experience. And I'm like, because if you think about it, what else would it be? That's weird. Why am I feeling like
Well, I don't think. I mean, if he
didn't fully consent, like I wasn't in my. I feel like it wasn't like.
Well, you consented,
Right, but like I
but
wasn't.
I think you're not wrong for feeling if he was using the fact that he's this established photographer and he was perhaps misleading you. Like he was like, "Oh, come hang out because I want to shoot with you," and then he
Right.
starts like hitting on you. I think that's kind of scummy.
But now at this age, though, and like and maybe it's not even an.
But I
age
don't know if he
thing.
did that.
Maybe it's not even an age thing. But now looking back at it, like I don't feel like I was the person I am today would have made that decision. And so maybe it's age.
So you think the age of consent should be increased?
No, I'm not trying to debate any of that. I'm just telling you my personal
Are
experience.
you saying that women shouldn't vote until
Oh,
25?
hell no.
Wow, Julia, that's
Listen,
really sexist of you.
I know I came
Wow.
here with that is it beret? I came here with that beret, but like I'm not on that team currently.
Wow.
Okay.
Yo, everybody in the chat say that Julia is a raging misogynist. How dare you want to rage the age that women can vote at to 25? You should run as a politician, and that's your platform.
Oh my
Women can only vote. Yeah. Okay. Okay. What? Jesus. Okay, that was an interesting one. So we have something here from. Let's see. Oh wait. Doc Venablis. Can you read this one, Elizabeth?
Okay. Elizabeth, would Brian have to convert to Catholicism? Brian, can you name 3 Catholic saints?
Catholicism? Isn't it Catholicism? It's okay. I'll excuse you.
It's okay. I couldn't get 3
I'll give you a
countries.
pass. Can you
you're
name
gonna make it
3
through this.
Catholic saints? Is this to me? Oh, yeah, this is to me. 3 Saint Petersburg, Saint Patrick, Aunt Jemima. I don't know. I don't know. All right, I'm not Catholic, so okay. We got Nape Snake. Good evening, everyone. Longtime fan supporting the stream. What's everyone take on Adam22? Oh, good question. From No Jumper being a cuck. Okay. Do y'all agree he should have allowed his girl to do a scene with another man? Lastly, we need another protest troll picket sign video. Eric, can you Google the video? Actually, I don't think we can show the video with Alina and the dude coming into frame. I don't think it's. I'll look at it on my stream to see if it's kind of.
No, I don't think it's inappropriate. It was on Twitter. It was
I
completely.
mean, you can put inappropriate stuff on Twitter.
Lena, hold on. Twitter.
Yeah,
It's not quite
Lena.
So the situation they're talking about, Adam22 from the No Jumper podcast let his wife shoot a porn scene with a big fucking gigantic black guy with a huge fucking dick. And yeah, he mentioned that he wasn't feeling too good about it. I just don't understand. Call me old fashioned, but if I'm married to a woman or she's my girlfriend, I don't want her to have sex with anybody but me. Am I crazy? Am I not woke enough in today's? Is that some kind of new form of insecurity that I'm unaware of? Call me old fashioned, guys, but I just don't want a woman that I love to go have sex with another man. So yeah, there's that. What do you guys? You guys in the chat? I don't know. 1, if you want your girl to get fucked by another dude. 2, if you don't want that. I'm gonna go ahead and put my 2 in the chat. You guys tell me, but yeah, yikes McGikes, bro.
Everybody else define it for you.
Yeah, people change their opinions. Like Adam might have changed his opinion about who his wife can sleep with. They obviously have an open relationship. They have a very specific podcast where they can sleep with other
I don't
people.
think creating
and stuff.
content though necessarily means you have an open relationship because that's part of your like
Can you
job and
tilt your
creating
microphone
content.
down just a tad?
Turn it down.
Tilt it down. No, just back. Pull it up. There you go. Go ahead. You're good. You're good.
All right. I don't think creating content means you have an open relationship.
How would it not?
Well,
Because
he's
it's not.
sleeping
It's
with other
not.
women.
It's not.
Yeah.
If
it's
you're
work
having
and it's-
sex with other people in a relationship and you both
yeah.
are like okay
There's no
with it,
feelings.
It's not for
That
personal
has to
pleasure. It's
be.
for
What up, Anthony? Oscar was texting me the other day. I see you guys. This is a guy who know me from back in the day when I said I'd set out and do this, and now I'm doing it. So, hey, good to see you there, Ant. Good to see you, pal.
That's not an open relationship.
No, it's not. Like an open relationship, I would say, is you're having like, you're taking personality into account. You know, you're having feelings with other people as well.
Like if I
would
do
say.
something with Taylor,
Yeah,
and
and it's just content.
it's just content. I'm not in a relationship. I don't call her my girlfriend. I'm not like thinking about her in the middle of the night, being like, damn.
I mean,
You know, I mean, maybe.
I
but,
might
like,
think of Victoria in the middle of the night.
Oh no, I think
You still are getting pleasure out of it though. I don't know.
I mean, it's
having
just the
sex with
fact-
other
Not
people.
necessarily.
it's
You
just
get
the
pleasure,
fact that
but-
they're doing it for money is the reason why it's for work.
But if I
However, do I
like
agree
my
with that?
boyfriend, me
But-
and him monogamous. But if there's another guy who's just like, I'll pay $20 to have sex with me, I have sex with him. That's cheating. Like
there's
that's
different contexts for that. 100%.
like,
I mean, but
I
you're
guess
not.
so.
But yeah,
It's still
but
like
that's a little
it's
different.
But they would have gone into a relationship already knowing each other's
boundaries. I'm sure they
careers,
right.
careers,
and I'm sure there was
Mhm.
much discussion
So I
between
think
the two
with
of them.
with Elena
Definitely.
and Adam, they actually were pretty open about, Elena's actually saying that she's bisexual.
Love you too, big guy. Love you too, my good man. Tell these people I'm the real deal. For all the haters, they're like, oh, this guy, I don't know about this guy. This is a day one homie right here, my buddy Anthony. He knows what's good.
Speak about it on their podcasts and stuff like that. So I think in their definition, it would be technically considered an open.
I mean, it's not surprising to me that Adam was okay with his wife doing that. I mean, he's in the adult
Correct. They're corn
content
stars.
business.
Yeah.
They both do that sort of content.
hmm
So I mean, you have to have to some degree fairly progressive views on relationship dynamics. I don't have anything against Adam. His life, his decision. Me personally, I would 100% not be okay with my wife having sex with another dude.
Right, and that's
Same.
100%
Even
fine
for
with you and your.
I don't care how
your
much
person.
money you're gonna make. I don't care. I'm not letting my wife.
Would you
be
want
a-
to do things with another girl though?
Why not?
Would you
Yeah.
date a
Yeah.
wait? Would you
Most
date a
people are open
friendly
to
girl?
that.
Huh?
Would you date a friendly girl?
Damn, Brian.
Would you wife up a girl who has OF?
Well, I can be. Here's the thing. I could be monogamous, but like, I'm not gonna sit here and lie and be like, if my wife was 100% okay with me and she remained strictly loyal to me, but if she was okay with me sleeping with other women, I'm not gonna sit here and lie and be like, no, I would never. Like,
hmm
I
I feel like majority of guys would probably say that.
Mhm.
To be honest,
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, well, I think a lot of guys might lie about that, but I think most men, like, if your wife would not leave you and would be totally okay with you having like what's the
Open
a
relationship?
guma? I'm thinking of the Sopranos term. What's the term for not your wife? There's a specific term for it.
Concubine?
No, not
Mistress?
concubine.
Mistress?
Thank you, mistress.
Mistress.
If your wife is okay with you having a mistress, like, yeah, why
Well,
not? But
apparently, I'm Tom Sandoval's mistress.
who
so-
the fook is that?
oh my
You haven't heard of
gosh,
that?
Raquel, yeah.
Yeah, apparently I
Who the
am.
fuck
You're
is that
Raquel?
guy?
Yeah. No, not
Um,
Raquel. They're looking
Okay.
for a Julia. Never mind. They're looking for a Julia. And
You guys speak into the mic if you want people to
they
hear
were
you. but-
looking for a what show is it even from? The Tom-
Vanderpump
Are
Rules.
you about?
I really don't care what anybody says. If you're in a relationship with a girl and she wants to go have sex with another guy, she really doesn't love you that much, bro. Straight up, when a woman really is like head over heels in love with you, all she has eyes is for you. That's just a general, that's not regarding to Adam and his wife, whatever the case may be. But in my personal opinion, if she is wanting to fuck another dude, she don't love you, bro. She don't. And those kind of women are bad for relationships. They're gonna fuck with your head. Bro, the worst thing, one of the worst feelings in the world is when you're dating a girl that you love her, whatever, and you find out she cheated on you, she fucked another guy. It's the worst feeling in the world, bro. You don't want that.
Other men.
hmm
That was my previous answer. Although after some recent experiences with, do you guys see that feather? You see that little
I
feather thing?
did. I did see that.
I'm starting, no offense to some of you guys here who do OnlyFans, but there's been a pattern of behavior from some of the OnlyFans girls we've had on the show, and you guys have been wonderful so far. But I think I just would not. I'm starting to lean towards like, even if she's never done anything with a guy before on camera, I'm starting to lean towards I would not date a girl who has done OnlyFans, even if it was solo content. My previous answer was if she's done solo content and never done anything with a guy, that's fine.
You didn't provide the reasoning.
Yeah,
why
why
wouldn't
is
But I
you?
think it's
What
situational.
changed?
Yeah,
Would
what
it not
changed?
be? Because a lot of OnlyFans girls are very rude. One, very, very entitled to,
Yep.
very make so much money doing nothing that they have literally no sense of reality and
Yeah.
just fucking rude and
Based.
hoe
Let's
as
fucking-
fuck. And so, but like, I
Yes.
know I'm not any of that at all.
Mm-hmm.
And I have an OnlyFans,
Mhm.
and we've had
Yeah.
very good interactions.
Mm.
Yeah.
So I think not trying to say like,
You
I
try-
don't know
you
what
try-
would be a
whoa.
relationship
I don't
Yeah.
think you can
But what
pull
would be
all of
your
those women
reasoning?
together.
Yeah.
It's well, you're done, Julia. I mean, you've
You're
done content with your now boyfriend, so it's
I know
over.
I'm
Oh,
out.
It's
damn.
over.
I just had to make sure I was out. That was all.
It's
That's the only reason why I
it's
did it.
donezo for us, but
I was trying to friend zone you, Brian.
friend zones,
why I
good
did it.
times, good times.
Why do
Sorry.
you
So
think
what
they
was the
are
question though?
So what's your reasoning? She provided her reasoning, but what's yours?
What would you?
Why wouldn't you nowadays date an OF girl? What changed?
Yeah. So I mean, well, first off, just kind of to touch on my previous answer, there's obviously a spectrum, right? I mean, you can be on OnlyFans. There could be even no nudity. It could be like lingerie shit.
Correct.
So all the way to like fucking bad dragons. I don't know if you guys are like
Yeah.
bad dragons, just like
Yeah.
doing
Yes.
some like
Yes, yes.
doing some like really kink related requests that might,
Okay.
you know,
Yeah.
not that there's necessarily anything that I have anything against certain kinks, but like that's more than taking tasteful lingerie photos. But I think it just, I don't know. I've had some bad experiences recently with some OnlyFans girls, so it's left a bad taste in my mouth.
Yeah, I was
not
here for some of it.
not romantic anything, but just like on this show.
Behavioral.
Behavioral.
Like, okay.
And I think that
Like unprofessional?
unprofessional and
It's a value thing. Their values
Yeah.
are very different.
it's a
I
little
think-
bit of a value
I
thing.
think that should
Yeah.
come down to the people though, and not that they're OF.
The
I
models.
kind of
careers.
agree
Right.
with that. Yeah, I think
It's a
you.
values.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there's some girls who are trust fund girls.
Correlation
They
have that
doesn't
same
equate to
exact,
causation,
Sure.
right?
Yeah.
And they
Sure.
haven't posted taken a picture, may even still be virgins.
I'm-
But
yeah, it's also a perception thing too. And
yeah, for sure.
I mean, what's become apparent to me is like, in the same way that women have a lot of options, and you know, you're going to pick the best option
Correct.
as a guy. Why, if you have options as a guy, why pick a girl who does OnlyFans versus a girl who doesn't? Because I don't think for most guys, OnlyFans is, it can be in neutral, but I don't think it's ever going to be like, oh, a girl has an OnlyFans, that's a pro. Now, perhaps the money you make from it might be, I think a lot of guys don't, if I can be honest,
I
frankly,
swear.
don't.
Anthony, my homeboy from back in Orlando, says, never date a woman who exposes her body. Never date a woman who says she only has guy friends because girls are drama. And never date a girl who says she's independent. Bad bitch. It's good. Rules for life. Based.
Certainly will and do date women who
No, like
do
he promoted
OnlyFans.
it. He promoted it to me. Like he's like, let's do this. Like he was excited. Yeah.
Sure, but I mean,
that's also a low key way people try and get in. Like, hey, baby, you want to collab, and they have like one follower. Like,
well, it's just almost a
Exactly.
question of optimizing. And I'm not trying to like this.
No, it's being logical.
It's just
straight up,
optimizing
yeah.
your potential partner. So in the same way, like everything being equal, would you rather date a guy who makes $100,000 or a guy who makes $1 million? Everything being equal, you're going to pick the guy that makes $1 million. Same way as, would you rather date a woman who doesn't have
But
OnlyFans, doesn't have her
unfortunately,
nudes?
Unfortunately, love and feelings are not logical, and it's not based off of
Sure.
a factual thing. But I will say that being somebody who does have an OnlyFans and being in a very healthy relationship, the pros of having an OnlyFans, I have become so much more in touch with my sexuality. Like my boyfriend is beyond in heaven with sex, like for sure.
He's
And
home.
He's
Beyond in heaven.
beyond in heaven with sex.
I also feel like it also too like makes you like more aware of other people's personal space and what people have like boundaries.
And,
Like
Yeah.
you have to have that kind of communication
on
with
camera,
somebody
can
in
see
order
this.
to like create content with others, and like you bring that to all your like relationships because you become like mentally aware of like so many things that people are comfortable
I don't
with.
necessarily
Yeah.
think you have to do OnlyFans to be aware of that, but I see what you
Yeah.
mean. Like
But
it
it
just
helps.
it
Mhm.
helps, sure.
You definitely
Yeah.
think about it. Yeah.
You see a different side of people through OF that you wouldn't see otherwise. Like I
mean,
have people who seem
yeah.
normal and they'll come into my
Mhm.
chat and then they'll come to my OnlyFans and it's like, oh, so you're like this, all right.
But I will say that I have met a lot of OnlyFans girls, and I think you're like, if we were to group it and like think of on average, yeah, I would not, as a guy, would not date the average stereotype of an OnlyFans girl. I would not either.
Sure.
However, I'm not most OnlyFans girls.
Yeah,
And
and
through
I
my
mean,
actions, it's very like loud and clear.
yeah, and I don't think
Yeah.
that every single like obviously there's some OF girls that are fucking hustlers that are like gonna play dudes, or they're gonna be they might have certain dark triad personality traits. I don't think you could be like a super cool like even low body count girl with a OnlyFans. I mean, there's some girls who claim virgin OnlyFans. I mean, it's sure. I'm sure it's the case,
The
but
first time I did put like the first time anyone had ever seen a nude photo of me was on OnlyFans.
But did you start
fun
out
fact.
doing OnlyFans first, or did you do other things before you did OnlyFans?
The reason why I started it was because I needed to make enough money to move to Los Angeles.
But were you doing like content
Content,
before then?
music,
I
all
think
of
that
that,
makes a
yeah.
difference because like we're Twitch streamers and then we progress from doing
Mhm.
Twitch to
Mhm.
creating OnlyFans content because
Yeah.
the audience is there.
Exactly.
So
yeah.
it's
there,
kinda
like, why not?
different.
I didn't.
Exactly.
Yeah.
When you start out like just
I already
being an
had the
OnlyFans
platform, so I was
exactly.
like, I need to monetize this and to be able to
Mhm.
move and start the life that
right,
I want.
I think that's a little bit of
Exactly.
the difference when there's somebody who just does an OnlyFans and they're an OnlyFans girl.
right. I'm not like, oh my
Mhm.
god, I want to be on Pornhub. Like, I want to go. Like, that's my goal in life.
It's not like
you
a-
know, yeah.
Not a dig at OnlyFans girls in general, but just like I think it's different when you're starting off being a content creator from a different platform and then transitioning.
Yeah.
for sure.
I mean, I think the other thing too is that if you want to have children, there's a concern there.
I don't.
So I mean,
want
if
kids.
Yeah.
I mean, look,
I mean,
if
have you
don't
seen the
wanna have kids-
meme about the girl saying like my kids can just cry in a Ferrari?
I-
Yes. Oh,
yeah.
yeah, I saw
And I was
that.
like,
Yeah.
bitch, like true, but like that's
Oh, yeah,
fucked
yeah, yeah.
up.
I mean, my
I had this whole conversation with my aunt. She's a private investigator. Well,
Oh, hold on just a sec.
Bender the offender donated $99. The thing about some of girls is that they fail to consider that if they have a child, they think it will not impact that child.
I mean,
I don't think that's a fair take. No, we are aware that there's going to be consequences we'll have to
Mhm.
face, but we will face those consequences once
as humans,
that will actually come to be.
as humans, we
but it's
all
like-
make all kinds of
Exactly.
choices, good choices, bad choices,
Yeah.
everything like
Yeah.
that.
Everything
I
has
feel like
consequence. Yeah.
trying to say that because you're an OnlyFans
Mm-hmm.
person that like that's going to be the one thing that your kid's just going to like be like, oh,
like
no.
hold on to? Yeah, no.
Like there could be abusive home or like all kinds of things that could be
Drugs,
so negative
alcohol,
in
yeah.
their life. Like I don't think like you could just
I think it's so funny though, like honestly, like how there's people who go out there and will sleep with like 10 people in one night, and then a girl will post like a nude photo on
That's
OnlyFans.
what I'm
That's
And I'm
such a
just
good
like,
point.
listen,
Yeah.
actually, you
Yes.
do things behind closed doors.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm
and
saying.
at least this person is real and
Mhm.
can
That's just terrible logic. Had no sense at all.
like
but I still
sharing
wouldn't-
your social media with them and forcing them to look at your photos and everything like that. It's just
Exactly.
not
Yeah,
going to
but
happen.
okay, men don't want either of those. is
No,
the
but I'm
thing.
actually thinking
No,
more
but
so
I know what
along-
you're saying.
I'm
like,
thinking about men, but I'm
No.
not saying in regards to what men want.
Well, I know what you're saying. Like
Yeah.
a girl who doesn't have OnlyFans, she could have like a sordid past, like super high body count, and like meet a new guy, and the guy might not be privy or aware of like how promiscuous she previously was. Whereas like he might compare that girl to a girl who does OnlyFans who slept with one guy and be like, no, to the OnlyFans girls
Exactly.
versus the girl who's like slept with 100 men.
Brian, let's
before,
be
but doesn't have
honest though.
OnlyFans.
Like majority of your viewers will probably still value the girl who doesn't have OnlyFans as higher compared to a girl who has OnlyFans. Wouldn't you agree?
Wait,
Yeah.
I have a feeling that majority of your viewers most likely will still value the girl who doesn't have OnlyFans, but me.
But has 100 body count.
High
But what
body
if
count.
she
Let's
doesn't tell
not
you?
say
She can say
100.
two.
That's
She can
ridiculous.
say
I mean,
two.
I don't know because a
Compared
lot
to
of
a
these
girl who
viewers are
has it.
keeping a lot of these viewers are keeping my lights on. So
I mean, if the choice is between a girl who has a body count of 100 and doesn't have OnlyFans versus a girl who does have OnlyFans but she's been with one guy, that's shitty either way. But like, I think in that scenario, if those are the only two options I have, I think I'd prefer the girl with OnlyFans.
100%.
I mean,
I would prefer the
there's
girl
like
with
a
And
OnlyFans.
that's a select,
If you say so.
but again, that's a select amount of girls because majority of the girls, how they are on OnlyFans is what they are in real life, and they're not just select.
Basically, but they're just basically making this comparison. It's like, okay, you have to eat this shit sandwich. This shit sandwich is diarrhea, and this shit sandwich is just solid shit. So which shit sandwich do you want to eat? How about not eating a shit sandwich? I don't know, man. I always find it funny that when I see like girls like this giving relationship advice, it's like, dude, you have clearly lost touch with reality and what normal is. Aaron Clarity was right when he said sanity is the future of all wealth, because this is insane.
There's actually
supposed to be
intimacy
sacred.
there.
Like what's
one
sacred
is a, one
between
is
you
a
two?
businesswoman and the other one is giving it out for free. That's how I see it.
Well, yeah,
They're
but
both
also
they're both bad. They're both
also
bad.
it's like
Mm.
when
Well,
you wear a
at least you're in your
swimsuit.
bag. I
Bad-
mean,
There's
What do you
also a
base
lot
your
of girls on
morality off of?
OnlyFans.
What's that?
Sorry.
Hold on, one at a time. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
There's also a lot of girls on OnlyFans who don't like show certain parts of their body and
Mhm.
are doing,
Mhm.
but I
Correct.
get what you're saying completely. Again, it's just kind of like the whole like open relationship thing or whatever. Like they're doing it for work. So it's really just a perception and a mindset thing. And if I was a man, honestly, I'd probably be Brian's views on it. Like I completely understand it. However, like I said, there's a select percentage of girls who are not actually the OnlyFans girl.
yeah, but also everyone has this mindset, like how you were saying that all girls like do the same shit on OnlyFans or like they do porn. Like my homepage is not nude. It's mostly just like lingerie cosplay.
It's perception
Yeah.
though.
It's
Like it's just
but it's
perception.
a perception. Yeah,
you
that's
know?
that's what
if
it
you have an
is.
OnlyFans, people are gonna just
Yeah.
assume what it
Assume
is.
you're just-
I mean, I think the other
Yeah.
reason why I think men can be hesitant when it comes to OnlyFans, you are to some degree deriving validation from somebody else. So, or you're receiving male attention from these dudes on OnlyFans, and that sort of like lessens the attention that your partner is going to give you. Like you're fulfilling your need for male attention and male validation through these other ways. So the attention that you get from your partner is kind of diminished to some degree. So I mean, there's
I
that.
disagree.
Makes sense.
I mean, it
no.
is
I
sense,
actually
but-
disagree with you, Brian, because I think you are putting the same value when it comes to both types of validation. I think like sometimes we as humans, we probably weigh the validation from our parents, from our husbands, boyfriends higher than from strangers.
Mhm.
Wouldn't you agree so? But you're saying they're on the same level. And because we receive so much attention from random men, that the attention that we get from our husband, boyfriend is going to be valued less. But again, it's the only reason you're saying this because you're weighing them on the same level. But I disagree with
Yeah,
that.
I
Well, it's
disagree
not. I don't
kind of
think
as
it's
well.
on the same level necessarily, but it's on the scale somewhere. So, yeah, you know.
All
plus-
it does is make me more confident as a woman that I know like there's all these people out here who like find me attractive and would pay for my shit, but it doesn't diminish the value of someone who I'm actually interested in.
I mean, look, at the end of the day, I mean, I think my two big arguments would be is that when given two options, the girl with OnlyFans, all things being equal, is a better option. Men value sexual purity, men value innocence in women.
For sure.
Not all men.
Sure, okay, not all men, but
More of a-
generally speaking, men value sexual purity and innocence in women.
I feel like when it comes to like wiping them up, I think they do.
Isn't that what you guys want?
Yeah.
Well, I think that's
But
overgeneralization.
earlier
I
you said that women desire relationships more than men. So I mean,
Mhm.
wifing someone up, isn't that?
Well, cucks have wives.
Cucks have wives.
What is it? Can you guys,
Well, that's
honestly,
I
I don't know what that.
They have to
word
be in a
means.
relationship to be a
Cuck?
cuck.
Yeah,
right?
what is that?
that's a huge L.
Cucks have wives, meaning
What
like,
is
you know,
that?
cucks like for their women to be with other people. So
But okay, the other thing too is
It's a denial of something.
also just like if you do want to have kids,
Mm-hmm.
then you are subjecting your child to bullying.
So how would you solve that? If you were married to a OnlyFans model and she had a kid,
Damn.
what kind of conversation would you have with your kid, and how, like,
Well,
That's a good conversation.
if you look at things like, for example, a chessboard, and you're like, okay, I'm going to make the best move possible. Yeah, I'm pulling out the Andrew Tate here. Hold on.
All
let me
right,
see if I
yeah,
can-
yeah. Take your
All
time.
right, we got the Andrew Tate's joining the panel.
oh jeez.
Shut up and take my money.
Marrying a girl who does OnlyFans is not an optimal move in life.
No, it's
I
not.
mean, if it just happens to happen. Like
Look,
that's just how
sure,
cookie
okay,
crumbles.
love works in mysterious ways. In any case,
Yeah.
I don't foresee myself. Again, it just comes down to optimum, suboptimal choices.
And
Shout out to Funk That $5 super chat. Says got a 3-year-old son and daughter on the way. They are half Japanese. Thank God they are safe in Japan now. The youth culture in CA is trash. It's yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. Raising your children in Japan is like maximum safety.
so, in a hypothetical situation, if you were to marry an OnlyFans girl and have a child with her, and
Yeah.
that child's friends discovered your wife's OnlyFans and started bullying your child, what kind of conversation would you have with your child?
That's a tough one.
Your mom used to be a hoe. Sorry.
It's a bridge you cross when you have to cross it.
As a father, you're saying?
I'd be like,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, your mom
Mommy's
used
sexy.
your mom used to be a hoe.
No,
Oh my
she
gosh.
still
I'm
is.
sorry,
What if she
son.
still does? Oh,
I'm sorry.
so.
Oh, she still does OF.
Let's
Okay,
just-
your mom is still a hoe. I'm sorry, son.
I don't have to
I'm
look
still a
at that
hoe.
ass.
She's still a hoe. No.
Me and your mom
I don't have
sometimes,
one.
film us getting intimate, but we do it for your brighter future. Would you say that? So
I
you
mean-
can go to college
Hi,
for
Johnny.
free.
It's like
What's
you have
that?
no
Well, it's
student
not
debt
free.
now,
They're
Jimmy.
just it's
Timmy.
It's paid for. Yeah. Mommy and daddy sometimes film their intimacy, and we pay for your college.
This is fucking stupid. This is like this is stupidity. I would tell this girl to her face too. I'm sorry, that's fucking stupidity. Just nobody in their right mind wants to envision their parents having sex. Nobody. Especially mom. That's sick. That's weird. That's not normal. You can sit here and cope as hard as you want, but it's not fucking normal. And it's never going to be normal. And there are going to be psychological repercussions no matter what. This is insane.
And
Walk.
this and well and
I just feel
walk.
like
Yeah.
in today's day and age,
Yeah,
just
it's
every
fucking
I think things are
haram.
changing.
as humans,
Things
our
are
whole fucking
changing.
lives revolve around
So-
sex and being sexy and everything like that. I just think
Yeah.
to this day and age, I think it's stupid. I don't know, hot take. It's just stupid that
It's so.
it's just like this and it's taboo. I
Yeah,
just feel like
it's stupid that it's
What's
taboo.
what's taboo?
like
OnlyFans.
it's just
Everything like
Because-
sexualized.
but
Yeah.
it was before even
It was before,
OnlyFans.
yeah.
It's haram. It is
Literally, women weren't
haram.
allowed to show ankles before, bro. Can you believe
Yeah,
that?
and these ankles
Shit's
are
haram,
fire.
son.
Oh God, that's top G.
It's haram.
Oh shit. Yeah.
But okay, how
It's funny because like
here?
I
Let's
rem-
let's
oh, it's okay, it's okay.
hold on. Let's do a couple chats here. All right, we have. I'll pull that one up in a sec. Hold on. We have Joseph. Thank you for the donation, man. Dear ladies, what insights can we glean from the interplay of physical desires and emotional connections? How does the intimate dance of human sexuality shape our understanding of ourselves and the world around us? Curiously, Joey.
What?
Bro, this is how does the intimate dance of human sexuality shape our understanding? Bro, that's a
I think he's trying to say, can
you
having
understand
sex? I think what he's trying to say is, can having sex help you understand more about yourself and who you are as a person? I mean, yeah,
That's what
you
got
can
from that?
figure out if you're actually straight or not. You can figure out who you're interested in, what your fetishes type of things are. So yeah, it kind of makes you, a little bit more aware about who you are and what you're
Mhm.
interested in.
I feel like it helps you feel more in touch with yourself. too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That layer of yourself.
No.
There's
This
others
is such
layers,
a
but-
vague, nebulous question.
Yeah.
How does the intimate dance of human sexuality shape our understanding of ourselves and the world around us?
Yeah.
I think I'm just too stupid to understand your question. I don't know, that shit's hard.
There's so
That
many
shit's
ways
hard.
that we could go with that.
That's like
Yeah.
some advanced philosophy shit in
It's
college.
very
Okay.
broad.
But thank you for the message, man. Okay, we got Bad ZXE here. Teatro La Fenice would be the opera house. We would go see Cavalleria
Yo, this guy is still going?
Rusticana
I know.
and
Oh
then
my
go
God,
to
he really
Taverna La
wants it.
Fenice afterwards
He
for
loves
dinner.
you.
Brian, just forward Elizabeth my details. Hopefully her family doesn't put a hit out on me.
Damn.
Okay, all right. There you go, Elizabeth.
That's cute.
All right, Jesse Miller, thank you for the $69 tip. Appreciate it, man. First time watching live, just wanted to give a shout out and show some support. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Props to making good content. Appreciate it, Brian. Good stuff. And to the girls, you've been a good panel so far. Cheers. Jesse Miller, hey, thank you, man. Yeah, it's been a good panel, man. Much appreciated.
Crazy.
It did pop up though, the EXE one? You saw it pop up, the one with the Venice.
Mhm,
It
mhm.
popped
Yeah.
up. Okay, just want to make sure that.
So chat. I'm pretty sure somebody. Yeah, exactly. I agree with James. Repent and believe the gospel. Come to Jesus and be saved. I'm with you there, James. I am with you there. Let me tell you something. Guys, chat. Let me know. Didn't somebody recently? I'm pretty sure I saw a headline that a kid, his mom did OF or whatever, and then he actually unalived himself because he got bullied from all the kids in high school. Like, dude, bullying and is so advanced nowadays. You know what these kids do? They'll create a Dropbox link and they'll put all like their mom's OnlyFans stuff, and then they'll send the link around to everybody in the school to see. Like, bullying now is like exponentially worse. And these girls saying like, "Oh yeah, well we'll just have to explain to the kid what the deal is." Like, that doesn't undo the damage. Like, the initial damage that occurs from this happening is extreme. I don't know. Chat, let me know. Send me DM Hot Dude Life on Instagram if you have the article. So I'll put it up on the screen right now and shout you out. But yeah, man, it's fucking weird, bro. Call me old school.
And like talking to people, and it's not actually me.
How do you
speaking to people.
how do you ensure control at that point?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I don't want to give someone my login. Like I talk a certain way and I talk a certain way to certain people. So like they would know.
Also, we already take so much of a hit on Twitch. Why would I want to give more? to
And
the-
on OF, the
Exactly.
platform actually,
Exactly.
OF
Yes.
takes 20%, right?
20%.
20%.
20%.
Well, you can
Sure.
say that, but I mean, if it just frees up a whole bunch of your time to like do other shit, I mean, it's kind of just the trade-off of paying someone to respond to your messages for you, and then you've just freed up all of your time.
Yeah,
And
but
some of
I
these
think
guys,
it's a very small minority of people who can actually
think it's
afford to
like
buy
the-
a
you have
You
management.
have to be the
role.
upper echelon.
But also, no one's
Yeah.
gonna be. I mean, if you're smart and actually have brain cells, no one's gonna be able to maximize your business like you are.
Yes,
Mhm.
exactly.
Especially
I
with
mean,
something like that.
maybe there's like
Yeah.
some dude out there who's just like really good at fucking pretending to be a chick and like finessing the fuck out of these dudes, like sexting the dudes. But I
That's
mean,
so hot. Is
I-
it you,
I
Brian?
don't- yes,
It's
I'm the guy
you.
typing for all these OF chicks.
That's
You've
hot.
caught
Good
me.
job.
That's what I was doing a year ago. But look, I don't think it's certainly not all OF girls who have like a management who's responding on their behalf. But like, let's be real. There are definitely, and I don't think it's a small proportion of women who do have OnlyFans who are charging people to message back and forth. And it's not actually them messaging. It's like somebody doing it on their behalf.
I would say that there's some.
There's a lot.
I think the
I would say
really
there's
big
some.
one.
It could even be you guys, and you guys obviously you wouldn't admit to it if you were doing it.
Well,
Mhm.
here's another thing. I think when it comes to us, we also stream on Twitch, and majority of us
Mhm.
actually stream on Twitch for at least 5 to 8 to 12 hours, right? So we have a very intimate relationship with our viewers. We actually respond to them directly on Twitch. So I feel like they're way more familiar with us. So if they did send something, when it comes to OnlyFans chatting, like,
I'm just gonna. I just want to ask you guys because I'm trying to get some perspective on life here. I'm just gonna put a poll in there for you guys. Chat, you tell me. By the way, smash the like button. We only have 77 likes. There's like 130 something plus people in the house. Please, for the love of God, smash like. It's free. Okay. Would you seriously date, marry a woman who did OF? past tense. Go ahead, put that in the chat right there. I just want to know your guys' perspective on this because I want to make sure we're having a unbiased analysis on the situation. Let me know real quick.
As far as it being a negative, if you ever like, if you're thinking long term with somebody, if you have kids with them, the potential that the kid gets fucking bullied is just not like, avoid it. It's better to avoid it by not dating someone who has OnlyFans.
Here's the deal. If you're so big as a friendly girl, right, that people recognize you and know who you are, probably at that point you can afford to provide the child with a private education. So they
That's
don't
not
even.
going to preclude them from bullying. Are you
That's
just going to
gonna-
like?
Then we're assuming that this is something that kids are going to be bullied. Like, you know, I don't have a kid yet, but if I were to have one, like in a
So you
few
think
years
like
or
in
so,
like
we're
15
assuming that they're going to get bullied for this situation.
You think
Yeah.
We're just assuming that.
13-year-old boys
Absolutely.
are brutal.
Yes.
Like
no.
they're gonna.
Okay, but like,
If they
why wouldn't
find
they be
out,
like,
yeah.
oh my god, that's so cool, your mom's like a MILF or something, you know? Like,
I
would
realistically,
be like,
that's not
absolutely.
gonna
They're
help.
only
I
gonna
I
think.
think in like
bullied.
10 or 15 years, there's just going to be this huge influx of kids that
Yeah.
are all like,
Most likely,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, maybe embarrassing. Like I for sure that
Mhm.
that's a hard one because if I had children, I would no way in hell would I want my kids or any of their friends to know about that. But again, I don't know if I
Word.
want kids.
I don't have OnlyFans, so then
It's-
like
Girl, I saw.
I'm so out of this conversation. Like
I
right
Yeah,
now.
let's
saw that
let's
link
move on
dozing
to
off.
I saw
we've-
that link in your bio.
we've talked about it for a while, so let's move on to something else. So let's see. And I think we're going around the table on this. I think I already asked it related to like if you had any friends that have hooked up with like multiple dudes in like in a night. I know you wanted to touch on unrealistic standards for men and women. So why don't you expand on that?
I don't even know where to start. I just think there are unrealistic standards on like.
Shakar Green has a
anyone
good
wanna
point
start
here.
Besides me, then I could.
Probably when it comes to men, I would say the salary expectation is unrealistic. A lot of people assume that by the certain age you should be earning like $100,000 a year or like
Yeah.
six figure, right?
I
But
guess
let's
the
be honest,
pressure,
that's very
right?
unrealistic because majority of people in general will have a very hard time earning $100,000 in their 20s, even in their potentially in like mid 30s and stuff like that. I think that's going to be probably one of the unrealistic expectations for men.
I would
Yeah.
say for women
Mhm.
having children, I'm 25. Last year, I was told that 24 is when you're the most fertile, which I could just not see myself having kids right now whatsoever. I don't care like who you are. Some women do, but that is just not me. Like, and I think as time progresses, like women are having kids at later ages now.
Doesn't make it okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's true.
Yeah.
Wait,
true.
so say it again.
True,
So what's
yeah.
the unrealistic expectation for women? Say it again.
That they're supposed to have kids like in their 20s, basically.
No.
Majority of the world is doing that, just not in the West.
Not encouraged
That's
for
what
women.
that's what I'm saying, but
Yeah.
a lot of men will say you're your most fertile at 24, so you should
Well,
have
let's
kids.
be honest. That's like red pill guys saying that, but yeah.
Wasn't that
Not
what this
red pill
was?
guys.
Well, yeah.
Literally the majority of all men on the planet.
Idle general expectation, like unrealistic expectations.
Well, yeah, I mean, you're most fertile in your early to mid 20s.
Mhm.
And then once I think once you start getting into your 30s, fertility decreases. Once you get over 35, then you're in high risk. You start getting into it's called geriatric pregnancy
Like-
territory,
Mhm.
high risk pregnancy territory. So after 35, the likelihood that you get pregnant or are able to even get pregnant starts to diminish quite significantly.
Mhm.
There's a higher likelihood of birth defects. There's a higher likelihood of miscarriage.
Mhm.
So, I mean, biologically speaking, the best time to get pregnant, you could argue, say between the age of
Most likely.
20 to 30 in that age range.
Yeah.
So,
I would probably say 23 and above, but yeah. 20, I think it's pretty young.
well, yeah, it's young, but I
Yeah.
mean, just speaking purely on the biological level, I believe it's in the range of
Yeah, yeah.
20 to
Yeah.
30, if just to give it a range. Not,
Mhm.
I don't want to say like a specific age because I don't know, but so
Yeah, it's just like, we have a society where more women are going to colleges and they're graduating. So that's actually extending the time when they get married and have kids. People are having marriage later. People actually wanting to work and actually build a career and stuff like that. So because of that, the age of having children is actually increasing to now, I would probably argue 29 to 35, I would say. So, which is
Yeah.
not necessarily a bad thing again, but it's just, I think another consequence of that though is people are now having less kids as well, because the age is increasing, it's becoming more expensive, so now we're having less kids, which is
Did you want to weigh in on this? I got to get up for a sec, but
Yeah,
go
sure.
ahead.
I think a lot of too, like what I meant with the unrealistic standards between like men and women is the commenting on bodies.
Oh.
I think that
Ooh.
and I agree, like it's
Mhm.
very upsetting when boys comment on our bodies,
Mm-hmm.
but I think it's
Like
been more
sexualize you without your
yeah,
consent.
and I think it's been normalized more
Mhm.
lately to do that to men.
Do you think it's the internet?
I do, because like just even being like, oh, like if they're not 6 foot, then I'm not touching them. It's like that's saying if you're over 150 pounds, sometimes being like, oh, then I'm not.
So
I
like,
I'm
mean,
not
you
touching
you
them.
have a living, breathing example of that being not true right here.
Yeah. So I
For you guys,
sure,
what
yeah.
I'm like for you guys, does height matter to you guys or no?
No.
No,
no,
it's
No,
my
right?
husband's 5'5".
Literally.
I know,
So-
right? Like for me, it doesn't really matter.
I think the biggest issue
Yeah.
happens is, what we typically hear those stories from TikTok, from YouTube, all of that stuff, which in my opinion is a very niche percentage of women. Majority of women
That don't
typically
care
want
about like
a guy who's just taller than them. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
They don't specifically looking for 6 foot and above.
Yeah.
They just
Yeah.
want, hey,
Yeah.
maybe
Well, I
an
just- I
inch
just
or
said
two-
that as a
yeah,
very, like,
taller than me.
like an inch or two, like
Exactly,
taller
yeah.
than me.
It's
Like you don't
natural
gotta be 6
as
feet.
a
You can be like up
female.
here, and I'll be okay.
It's natural as
glad-
a female.
I'm glad you said that too, gunmetal guy. I hate when girls refer to us as boys. Like, oh, the boys. I'm like, listen, bitch, I'm a man. It's really annoying for me. Yeah.
even like the weight thing and the
Evolutionarily.
height thing as a very like basic start off.
Mhm.
I don't like. I don't mean like, oh, if they're over 6 foot. Like I'm just pulling. Like,
I think
what
it's
I've
just it's
seen,
more
like,
so
recently, yeah.
like less about the gender, and it's more so like a lack of awareness and empathy among our generation and people these days. Like
Yeah.
that's really the issue, to be honest with you.
I think the most annoying thing is like the whole thing of mid coming about and people being so easy to call people mid. I think that's like the most infuriating thing ever.
Yeah.
I hate it when people call others mid. I
Yeah,
get
for sure.
so triggered.
Yeah, but I
Maybe because you're mid.
guys, in all honesty, there's no reason for you to be concerned if you're actually not above 6 foot or 6 foot or above.
Yeah, like
you just have to be
Yeah.
taller than the girl you're
Yeah,
seeing you're
like,
dating.
You
And
also
you
have
should
to
be
have
fine.
W-riz.
like I feel like
W-riz.
guys, they
You
probably
should be able to talk. Yeah.
I feel like
Yeah.
some guys like they lose confidence because they're not the 6 feet that
Mm-hmm.
they're. I don't know. They compare themselves to.
It's
Yeah.
called 666, 6 foot, 6
Sounds demonic.
Six
6
figures.
6 figures
Yeah.
and 6 inch, I believe.
Keep me away from some 666 shit.
6
not
foot,
true.
Keep me
6
out of
foot,
that.
6 pack, 6 figures, 6 inches.
There you
Gosh,
6
Yeah.
inches.
That's
I know,
four
it's like-
sixes.
Yeah,
I would
no,
know.
that's not
Yeah.
true.
Wait, what was I think I heard a little bit about what you said in terms of
The mid comment.
what
Oh.
was it?
Oh, I feel like the most like recent thing that's infuriating is the whole concept of mid. Like just being able just to toss that out and like label somebody, just like completely dismiss them and everything and just call them mid. Like when someone else gets called mid or whatever, like I hate it. Like I feel like it shouldn't exist. Like I feel like it's so like
Mhm.
feel like
it's just
I
you're
feel
just
like-
tossed away.
Yeah, I think it's
Yeah.
more of a projection thing. Yeah, they're just projecting it, and
I
just
feel-
yeah.
I feel
But-
like
She was talking about labels, so I was like,
Mhm.
I feel like
It's
that's like
always
the
a
worst
projection
thing
thing,
right
For
now.
sure.
I think that's also a streamer thing because a
I
lot
mean,
of
they're
people-
they're watching.
No, yeah,
YouTube,
but that's
so
a streamer thing. You know,
It's
they'll
an
just come
internet
in.
culture thing.
Yeah.
Somebody call somebody mid?
Yeah,
Just
but any
mid, like
sort of-
completely
It's like the
dismissive. Like,
trolls that
oh,
come
she's
in.
mid. She has
Mhm.
no opinion because she's mid.
Yeah.
But
I
any
thought
sort of
mid it has to do.
this is the girl. All right. All right. Yeah.
Want to probably have kids in the future, right? You're a family guy.
Would you
course.
date a single dad?
Nope.
Probably not. That's the truth.
Probably.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Like, there's nothing wrong. That's the
Nothing
thing.
wrong with that.
For me?
Actually, you know what, Eric? Can you Eric, in the Dropbox folder, we have something related to the single dad, single mom thing. I might have to go over there to the computer really quick to go find it, but if you guys want to continue on with the conversation.
The single dad conversation or the height and weight conversation? Yeah. Okay. So I guess when it comes to the
What country is this girl from? Where's her accent from?
people would actually prefer like a healthy body set, right? You don't have to be like ripped and stuff, but we're talking about not being like morbidly obese or whatever. You
Like,
know what I mean?
You can have a dad bod, but I just want to see effort that you're trying to take care of yourself.
Yeah.
Because if I'm gonna be in a relationship with you, like I don't want you to die on me, you know?
Right.
Like,
From a heart attack.
no, yeah, just at least take care of yourself. That's
Yeah.
all,
No,
you
it's
know?
important to work out, take
Yeah.
care of yourself, because if
Mhm.
you physically take care of yourself, your confidence will increase. It's just good for your mental health as well.
Yeah.
It's just, I think that's important. But a lot of people have different body type preferences. Like a lot of girls like skinny, tall, like gamer boys, while other girls like ripped up guys, but other girls like dad bods and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
but it's important to stay healthy. I think that's the key point.
Well, it's like, how am I supposed to know that you're going to take care of me if you can't even take
Take care of yourself.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's a good point.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Word.
Word.
Really quick, just since we've talked about height,
Mhm.
Who here at the table has a height preference?
We just said we don't.
We just
Oh.
want taller than
we
us.
don't. We
Technically.
don't. Like,
Technically, yeah.
I don't
We
care.
don't have
None of
like
you care
a
about,
6
none of
foot
you
or
care about
Literally,
height.
like I
Like
said,
an-
she's a living,
you could
breathing
be like an
example
inch
of it.
higher and
Yeah.
I'll be okay. You know what I mean?
Okay,
Like,
so you do care about height.
like I guess like it has to be higher than me.
Yeah,
Like, an
taller
inch
than
is
her.
okay.
Just an inch?
That's fine.
That's
you know what I mean?
fine?
Like, you know what? Like I care, I said, more within who they are. Like, respect is very strong. Even like having,
But if you're not physically attracted to the guy, then
they have to be like passable and cute, like normal.
passable.
Like normal mid, it's fine. Seriously.
Mid-
As long as
You're-
he's mid,
Like,
it's
that's
okay.
fine.
Okay, guys.
Like,
All the mid dudes.
No, nothing
Can,
below
like,
mid.
I'm the type like, can we just pass the physical appearances? Maybe because I work with like male models like on the daily.
Mhm.
Like I see like the looks like all the time. It's like, who are you? Like
Yeah.
surpass all that look. Like who are you as a person? That's
Okay.
that's my goal. Like when I meet somebody, I kind of surpass the physical appearance.
Hold on. Okay, so hold on, just the whole table. And I kind of want to wait until Julia's back, but okay. You're married, you're single,
Single.
right?
Mhm.
But you're single too, correct? You've never even dated any guy, so I can't really ask you this question, but you had an ex-boyfriend before, right? How tall are you?
I'm 5'2".
How tall was your ex-boyfriend?
Which one?
How about the most recent three?
So one of them I believe was 5'5". The other one was I believe 6. The other one is 6'3". So they literally went up. But
So I don't know what the average of all of those is, but in any case, I think that they're six. Okay, two of the three of your ex-boyfriends, one was 2 inches higher than the average, and the other was 5 inches taller than the average.
But here's my
How-
deal. I feel like
what's your
tall
deal?
guys just look for short girls. You see what I mean? It's not
Well,
not even
yeah.
me picking them because of their height. It's them picking me for my height. What about that, Brian?
But it's
Jesus
interesting that you state that
Mhm.
you said you don't really care about height.
I just want them to be taller than me.
And sorry, you're 5'3"?
5'2".
5'2".
Mhm.
Okay. But your two boyfriends, I mean, one of them was granted, one of them was 5'5",
Mhm.
but two of them,
Mhm.
one of them was 6 feet and the other was 6'3".
Mhm.
Okay. What about you? Height doesn't matter, right?
No, it doesn't.
How tall was your ex-boyfriend?
So most recently was 5'8", and then
Okay. Fuck.
most
There
recently
goes
was
my
5'8".
argument.
Most recently was 5'8". Before that was 6 foot, and before that was 6'2".
All right. Okay. 2 of 3. 2 of
But
3.
most recently was 5'8".
Mhm.
So most presently,
So your standards are lowering, is what you're saying.
so the standards are equal to height. Is that what you're saying?
Well, you've lowered your height standards in any case.
Okay.
Is that lowering it though? Are you saying
Not
shorter
necessarily.
people, or is like?
I mean, it's
lowering
plausible
my
that
standards?
it just so happened to be the case. You in actuality never had a height preference, but it happens to be the case that 2 of the 3 of your past ex-boyfriends were above average in height.
The average
but
is
it's-
5'8" though, right? The average is
I think it's
5'8".
5'9" or 5'10".
I think
For a
it's
man?
5'8".
I think it's
No.
5'8".
I think
Somebody
5.
needs to look. I think it's
5'8"
5'8".
is average
Fact
for
check.
Yeah,
man.
yeah, for man.
No,
I
yeah.
think
5'6".
5'6".
In America, it's 5'9".
No, 5'4" is average for women. 5'10" is average for men.
So I'm
the US.
average.
Depends on race. Race breaks
Oh,
down.
gotcha,
I'm
gotcha.
mid.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
but
5'9". 5'9" and a half.
5'9.5". Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
so typically it's like average and above and stuff like that. But like I feel like the issue becomes as unfortunately the guys who are short, they lack the confidence and
Right here. 5'9".
Shorter guy, like shorter
no,
than them.
not shorter than that, but short guys. Yeah.
Short
like-
guys.
Yeah, short guys. Yeah.
Okay.
Again, I
Yeah,
think when it
that's-
comes to internet, we focus on the niche of women who have a specific preference of 6 foot and above. But again,
there
that's
isn't a
a
specific niche. There's not like some small niche of women that prefer men who are taller. The vast majority of
no,
women,
6 foot and above. That's what a lot of girls like. That's what we assume is a lot of
That's a
niche girls.
stereotype.
Yeah, that's a stereotype.
it's not just a stereotype. It
It
happens to
is.
be true.
No, I disagree.
There's also-
I think it's a very
disagree, too.
small
You literally
percentage
have a
of
table
women.
of women saying we disagree.
Yeah.
You're going to give diplomatic, politically correct answers
Oh hell
to.
no.
No.
trust me.
no.
Hold on,
Chelyok
let's let this come in.
donated $100. It's very simple. To a good man who knows his worth, a woman is worth the lowest price any guy has to pay for her privacy. All women start off priceless, but some end up 4.99. Anyone with any
funny.
experience knows how that ends. Free college isn't worth it.
Sorry,
Based?
it's $7.99 right now.
Oh yeah.
Let's go.
Yo,
Ten-
Chum, thank you for the
$10.99.
don't know, man. Much appreciated.
Thanks, bro.
So, look, maybe you are all outliers, and maybe you all don't really care about height, but
I'm gonna review the poll here. We have 125 voters on the poll 18 minutes ago. Would you seriously date / marry a woman who did OF? 9% of you in the audience said yes, you would, and then 91% of you said no. I'm with you on the no, by the way. Yeah, bro. Is that you, Shakar? You talk about me, Shakar? Me? Hope you talk about me. Get this little bro a record deal. Appreciate you.
create these hypothetical scenarios. But would you, if again, like all things being equal,
Mhm.
you're going to pick the taller guy?
For sure.
I mean,
No,
yeah.
all things being
If all
equal.
things
Sure.
yeah.
Sure.
I would say
if all
so.
things being
Again,
equal. I agree.
Generally,
I don't
generally
know.
speaking, women are attracted to tall
Taller
men.
It
Yeah,
goes back
taller
to
men.
It's
I
a
agree.
protector,
Evolutionary
Yeah.
standard.
I mean,
Yeah.
there's an
Safe.
evolutionary basis because a guy who's physically larger, who's
protect.
taller,
Protect.
is more capable of defending you.
I
Yeah.
agree.
in
Mhm.
hunting and gathering.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. No, I agree.
So,
And also, tall guys are attractive.
I mean, they've done like, there's all these videos where a guy will interview a girl. Would you rather date a guy who's ugly but tall, or like a handsome guy and short? And a lot of women will pick the ugly tall
and
guy.
tall?
Oh,
They'll pick
no.
ugly and tall over.
no.
I need more detail.
Yeah, I need more
Yeah, when you say
detail.
short,
Yeah.
short, how short?
I need more description.
Like
Yeah,
shorter
more-
than me,
more
then yeah, I would
descriptions,
not date
please.
a guy who's shorter than me.
Oh,
But
so height does matter.
I said that a height
Yeah. She
matters.
She
in
said
it.
she likes tall.
Okay.
I want a person to be taller than me. Absolutely, yes.
Sure.
When I'm dating,
I
them,
don't.
yes.
Yeah. I mean,
But I don't have a specific like number preference.
I ain't got no type.
Wait, so you have a boyfriend. How tall is your boyfriend?
Maybe like 6 foot, maybe 6 foot, under 6 foot.
Under
He's
six.
taller than me, but he's
taller than
not like
you.
super
Okay.
duper tall.
Mhm.
All right. Well, we'll move away from the height thing, but we
But
have
that body though.
That's funny.
what the-
Let's go. Let's go, girl.
His body is just,
we have Stifler here. Ask everyone to rate their looks on a scale of 1 to 10. Okay, we'll
Interesting.
do that.
Okay.
We'll
Oh,
start
no.
with you.
Answer this?
Fuck it. I think 8.
Okay. What about you?
Solid 8.
Okay.
She's like a 9.
I'd say we're rating ourselves.
We're rating ourselves. I don't know why.
I'd say a 9 or a 10. I'm not gonna lie.
9 or a 10.
Yeah, 9, 10.
Damn.
9.5, or do you just want to go with the 10?
9.5. 9.5. 10.
Mm.
I don't know.
What about you?
Sorry.
What about-
I would say I'm an 8.
Okay. What about you?
Yeah.
I don't like the numbers thing because I feel
I
like it's so
know.
hard to like put yourself to a number, especially like when you're like how I feel about myself and how others perceive. So like I would give out a number that I feel like people would be like, oh, she's so like full of herself and that. So like any number I give wouldn't be a true representation,
I feel if she was like more attractive and confident in her looks, she would say a higher number.
even though like I'm
Not
confident
really.
in myself. Like
Okay, pick a number.
Yeah, just pick a number.
69. I don't know. I don't like the numbers thing. I don't like being just like it's just like being like called mid. Like I'm just gonna take me and just make me a number.
I don't
you
think you're
know?
mid. I think you're
But maybe
great
it's not that
solid
serious.
8.
You
Maybe
know?
it's just you're rating
Like
how
what
you feel
is the
about
rating?
yourself.
But
It's
like
it's about your
what are the
appearance.
parameters of being a number? Is it just like
Fine, let's just
I think we're
call
getting
each
too
other-
deep.
Yeah, let's just not.
We're getting
like-
too deep.
no? Okay,
Just keep it
skip.
surface.
Skip me.
Keep it surface.
I don't know.
Keep it
Okay.
surface.
I've never thought
Uh,
of
It's
this.
just
what
a fun
about
little
you?
game, Z.
5 being dead average, I would
Mhm.
say 6.57.
I think you're 7.
7, yeah.
You're
Okay.
higher.
Because I don't know.
Brian,
like
your
the
turn.
Brown hair and the green eyes, like it's a little above average, I'd say.
I think you're definitely-
You guys should see my butt, and then
Oh, Bella.
probably go
All
higher.
right.
Bella's a fucking, excuse me, camera. Bella's
10.
a 12. No,
Let's
don't,
go.
don't do her like
I don't know.
that.
She's
She
the
kind of like
cutest.
barked at me earlier.
Which makes her a 13.
Oh wow. Okay.
She's protective of her
Okay, Brian,
mommy.
your turn. Go.
Yeah, I give myself 6.9 on the.
I
like
think
how
you're
you threw
definitely
the
above
9 in there.
average.
Yeah.
I would say 7.
6.9.
Yeah.
6.9 on the good day.
Okay.
Wait, you were about to say something?
No,
Oh, you're
What'd I
like
say?
saying something about 10 or?
no, I'm saying she is a 10 because I felt like she was like lacking confidence, you know?
Oh,
Like-
you think no? But it's strictly looks.
Strictly.
But you were
looks.
rating her as a 10. Okay,
Me?
Yeah.
got it.
Can we go
Okay,
through
there you
and
go.
pick
Hyping my girl
another
up.
thing? Like, what about like
What
do
do you-
something else? Like, let's rate ourselves on something else too.
Could we give like there needs to be like a
Yeah.
scale?
Fun.
Like there needs to be like a questionnaire.
Like
where you,
looks.
feel
Okay,
like,
now let's pick another.
my ass is like this.
What
my
about
boobs are
ass?
like
Yeah,
this.
let's rate our asses.
My
No,
boobs-
wait.
my
Girl,
boobs
you
are
would
like
destroy
this.
us all. You would literally destroy. Yep, she wins. Congratulations. Yeah.
Wait, I don't think they could see you. I think Elizabeth was kind of blocking.
I blocked.
Bro, would you come?
Do it again. Oh, excuse us.
All right, haram.
My turn.
We're wrong.
Wait, you wanted to do that?
No, I'm okay. Okay.
Good check. Hello. All right, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so
Yeah, I think that girl's the hottest one. That white girl, I'd give her a 9. But then she does OF, so just looks alone though. Looks alone.
body count should matter
I do.
or does matter.
It does matter.
It does matter.
Elizabeth.
Oh, sorry, I was dozing off.
uh,
Body count?
yeah, that thing.
I think the lower the number, the better.
Mhm.
Seriously.
Mhm.
Okay, Julia.
It's unattractive knowing when
It doesn't-
someone has a high body count,
Okay,
in my opinion.
okay.
I think that's so just like surface. I don't think it matters. I think it's about the human.
I also don't think it matters.
Yeah.
I think as long as you're having safe sex,
If you're a hoe, you're a
Yeah.
hoe. But like,
yeah.
Having like empty sex, I feel like
Mhm.
what's the
But
point?
what is that? Hold on. Why
saying
does
that
that mean that
but-
it's empty?
but people also
Yeah.
can change and awaken, and maybe
Do
that
you
was a
think
past.
that's the thing? Like I have some friends that are like that, so I'm like, do you think they could
What
change?
is your what do you think is
Again.
a high body count? Like, what would be your number where you'd be like, no?
Like knowing
Well,
their past.
Are you
no,
asking her for a guy or for a
No,
girl?
Like a
if
friend,
you
yeah.
were dating a
Like-
guy and he's
like
like with
knowing his-
15 girls, would you be
no,
like,
like more than that. Like, I think knowing his past, like he basically slept maybe like a different girl every single day.
but if a guy's he's bagged at least 15 and 20 girls, would you be like,
That's passable. Definitely,
okay.
that's fine.
That's okay.
Yeah,
That's fine.
that's fine, but not like multiple. You know what I mean? Just
That's
too much.
Yeah, but how do you know the truth? How are you gonna?
She's also comes from traditional background, and she doesn't have an OnlyFans. So big, indicator there. These two girls saying that it's surface level are completely wrong. Body count is an absolute correlation to what's going on up here with the person. There's no ands, ifs, or buts about that.
But friends that I know, and like the reason why I was friends with him was because I thought he was a good person or very innocent. He came very innocent to me. He treated me very nicely. But then knowing that he'd been hiding, that he has been like a player, that player mentality. So,
Oh, so
yeah,
he was trying to get at you.
He was trying to get on my good side, definitely.
so you just
Okay,
don't want a
but he's-
player? I mean, there could be
Like,
guys
I
who
definitely
are
don't want
like,
a player for sure, because it shows that I feel like love, in essence, is like basically commitment, or should I say like sacrifice? Like because maybe for me, I believe in like one lover. You know what I mean? Like the one person for you.
Like a soulmate?
Basically, yeah,
Damn.
like a soulmate.
I don't believe in that.
You don't believe in
either.
that?
I don't
So
believe in
you
soulmates.
You don't believe in soulmates?
No, I
I
think it's
do.
kind of.
But you believe
Disney
like there's
bullshit.
8 billion people in
But
this
Disney's
world
so
and there's
cute.
only
Yes,
one
no, that's the
person
thing.
made for you?
Yes, because I feel
I
like
don't
if you
believe there's a
find that
perfect
one
person. You have to work
person,
on your relationship.
hey,
Yeah.
if you find that one person for you, you could basically look around at other people and say, like, my girl's the best. You know what I mean? Or like, you mean your eyes only on for your girl.
Yeah,
True.
but I don't know. I just
That's
the
true.
soulmate thing, because how many people think there's someone's a soulmate and then 2 years later they're broken up, or 2 years later
Right.
they're
Then
divorced.
If
Yeah.
you're broken up within the next 2 years and basically he's not the soulmate for you.
Yeah, but what if you thought they were your soulmate?
Mm-hmm.
They weren't your soulmate?
Yeah, how do you know?
You have to work on your relationship. You can't just
No,
be
yeah,
like,
yeah, that's right.
"Oh,
That's the thing. Like if you have fights within a relationship, a soulmate would know how to solve it. You know, you
100%.
would know how to solve it to continue the
I
relationship.
definitely believe like
And
you
not
need to
just
be
call
in a
it
relationship with
quits.
somebody you can fight with.
And not just call it quits and just
Really?
run off.
Yeah, like if you can fight and figure it out, and
Oh,
then
I think
come
you
to
need to
some-
be
not like fighting, like screaming, yelling. Like you need to be able to do conflict
I think
resolution.
it's
like
but I think it's more so two individuals having the level of maturity and ability to communicate in order
Yes,
to
right.
problem solve. That is
Yeah.
how you
Exactly.
create a healthy.
All right, guys, that's all I can do for you today because I got to go. I have my personal training appointment here. Follow me on Instagram, Hot Dude Life. You can see me repping it out with the championship bodybuilder here in Japan who trains me. Check it out real quick. Don't forget, Inner Game Healing is closing tomorrow night at midnight, Monday night at midnight. So go to innergamehealing.com, get on the waiting list. We got some great things next week for you guys. Right? If you want to be able to be a guy that can actually have real hardcore self-esteem, get over all the fucking mental baggage that you got going on in your life, and so much more. Join a community of people. We have literally 200. How many people are in there right now? We have 200. As of right now, we got 262 in there. So come through. A lot of people signed up, haven't joined the link yet either. You're going to get so much value in there. Go to innergamehealing.com, read everything, and join us. We're going to be cooking up a lot more. I'll be back here tomorrow, regular show, regular time, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Until then, you guys have a good one. Don't forget, make money, make muscles, learn game, hold free.